Welcome to Basics with Biz. Getting a little back and buys workout in right here. Just talk you through it. First off, you want to start with a decent gym, representing Bodywise Gym here. The strongest gym in Exmouth. What a walk. Amazing. I did do a warm-up. I forgot to film it. You just want to do your basic dynamic stretches through those shoulders, because pull-ups will destroy your shoulders if you do not warm up. So just to get things out of the way straight away, I've still got this like low back issue going on, and ordinarily I would be starting with a deadlift or a heavy bent row, something like that, but low back's still a little bit wonky, so next best thing, start with some pull-ups right here. Generally speaking, you want to start your workouts with the heaviest exercise or the hardest exercise, because obviously you've got more energy at the start of your workout, so you want to put your heavy stuff at the start. The counterpoint to that would be maybe get a few lighter sets in first. So if you were doing, your pull-ups or something, you might want to start with a lighter lat pull down. Wow, my form is really starting to go right here. You can see I'm dropping far too quick now, just hanging right down. Oh, that was better. But yeah, pull-ups, you don't want to drop too quick. You want to control yourself on the way down. You can see my legs going there a little bit as well. Ideally, your legs should be straight, locked out. So I haven't really been able to do much in the way of deadlifting or those sorts of exercises that kind of tax the lower back, but upper back's okay. And so when the writing's on the wall, the writing's on the wall, isn't it? And you still got to do something. So let's crack on. So why back and buys together? Why would you train biceps on the same day that you're doing back? Great question. I'm glad I asked. Whenever you're doing a pulling motion, you are engaging your biceps, because the function of the bicep is to reduce the angle at the elbow. So whenever we're pulling, either doing pull-ups like this or we're doing a low row, something like that, we're engaging the biceps as well as the muscles of the back, your lats, your rhomboids, all that good stuff, rear delt. So it's a good idea to slap the biceps into a back workout because they're already a little fatigued. We want to shred that muscle up. Here we go with a bit of a low row right here. Terrible angle, terrible lighting, but whatever. That's the best I could do, all right? Leave me alone. Low row. So you're just keeping your shoulders back here, just leaning back slightly. There are variations on this. You can lean forwards and sort of row backwards, more like a rowing machine. But like I say, my low back's still a bit skew-if, so just keeping it safe. Beautiful. All right, so you're looking at sort of 3 sets of 12. Yeah, you got to get your anatomy knowledge right. That's what that's there for. So with the pull-ups, it was a 5 sets of 5. So your heavier stuff tends to be fewer reps, fewer sets. But 5 sets of 5 is a really good strength training protocol, which is why I was using that on the pull-ups. When we're taking it into, these next movements are still going to be heavy. So we're looking at like a 3 sets of 8, maybe 3 sets of 8 to 12, I would say. We don't want to be going into our real like muscle burning and fatiguing bodybuilding style stuff straight away. You almost want to start with your heavier stuff, with the fewer reps, and then just gradually transition into lighter weights with higher reps towards the end of the workout is what I would recommend. You kind of get in the best of both worlds like this. This is a mag grip. You'll notice it's incredibly wide. We really want to be challenging that shoulder girdle. When we're doing that sort of muscle building, we are now looking at trying to make things as hard as possible on the individual muscles. Don't allow them to get any synergy with any other muscle. So interestingly, just using these, you can use the ropes for this one, but just using there is like the ankle or wrist straps. I don't know why, they just seem to give you just that little bit more give. And again, very challenging for the rhomboids, very challenging for all the muscles in the scapula and subscapula there. Your rotator cuff, we want to make sure it's nice and strong all across that upper back. Just a different angle on it right there. Lovely angle. There's no lighting in the back there. That's actually because I have a halo. So there's no lights actually on in the gym at this point. I just sort of carry around this holy aura with me at all times. So there's a variation there with the foot up. If you are going heavy for a face pull, then you can just whack your foot on up there. This is a water machine. It has both the cool and ambient options. You just want to pull that little tab down. I'm winding you up. I'm sure you know how to use a water machine. Lateral raise. Yes, we do. I would put lateral raise on a pull day, on a back and buys day, because lateral raise, we're working the trapezius. We're working the muscles that are involved in pulling. So essentially think of it as though you are pulling the dumbbells upwards. You want to start off nice and light with a lat raise, then go to heavy. There we go. Look at that. Now we're talking like 17s. I mean, you have to work your way up to that with a lateral raise, but don't be afraid to go heavy eventually. Your form's going to suck, obviously, when you go heavy with a lateral raise. You see me struggling a little there. Rah! Go on, get it. Let's go. Let's go, King. Let's go. Lateral raise, perfect for building not just those delts, but its traps. It really helps with the traps. They're often seen as just a sort of bodybuilder-y sort of exercise, the lateral raise, but they're incredible for strength. If you think you're holding that weight out to the side, get a good angle on your water sip right here. Lovely stuff. Once you've done your heavy, crucially important right here, to then transition to lighter, and now we're going for burning out. Now we're trying to burn out. We're done with the strength. We've ticked that box. You've done your heavy stuff. You've hit your nervous system, your bone density, your stabilizers, all of that. And now we want to go for muscle building. So we're just trying to burn out here. Sitting down means that you can no longer use your legs or your core to stabilize the motion. So there is no cheating now. Looking at it now, though, there was a bit of cheating there because I was rocking backwards and forwards a little bit. Moving into an upright row right here. Upright row is not for those uptight bros, meaning if your shoulders are tight, don't do an upright row. They're a little bit controversial, the upright row. Some people say they really damage your rotator cuff. I don't know. Provided your shoulders are healthy and in a good place, then I quite like an upright row, again, for those traps, for that upper back. If you're trying to build a big upper body, you've got to focus on your traps and your delts. Again, we got a decent angle right there. Lovely stuff. Beautiful. Right. Carrying on with that upright row. And I think right here I start to feel a tweak in my shoulder. If you start to feel a tweak, do not be a hero about it. Just switch the exercise. It is not a big deal to just switch up the exercise and change things up. Got to get your A and P knowledge in. All right. Moving into biceps right here. As I say, biceps are involved in any pulling motion. So anytime we're pulling, we are functioning the bicep. And I've gone way too heavy here. Ego got in the way. I knew the camera was filming and I could already feel my back starting to tweak. Whoops, what an idiot. This is much better. Now we've gone lighter. We can control the weight on the way up. You'll notice as well I switched to taking the dumbbells off of the rack rather than pick them up off the floor. That is a pro tip right there. If you're doing any seated work, take them back to the rack and back again, because picking things up off the ground when you are seated, statistically, physiologically puts more pressure on the back than absolutely anything else. I haven't been talking about sets and reps at all, have I? Fewer sets and reps on your earlier exercises, more sets and reps on your final exercises. Simple as that. Then you're getting the best of strength and muscle building at the same time. Beautiful stuff. So we've got a seated alternating curl here. Try and go nice and heavy with those biceps. Then we're going to move into our finishing sort of moves. So we've got a nice wide grip bar right here. I love a wide grip for building biceps. Just go nice and wide, keep it nice and light, and now you are just going for the burn. It is you versus you right now. You just burn yourself out. If you want to build muscle, then you've got to get those burnouts in. And we're looking at anywhere really between, I would say, 15 to 20 reps on these final exercises. You still need to get some strength in for your bicep curls. So you want to be doing your 3 sets of 8 type stuff for maybe alternating curls, heavy hammer curls, things like that. But then you definitely, if you want to build those arms, then move into the higher. Oh, hello. What's he doing here? He's grabbed the ropes, the old tricep ropes, and using them for biceps. He's inverted. You're going backwards now. So yeah, we're pulling up through it. So nice narrow grip. That's the idea behind that. And because the ropes obviously are not fixed into position, they allow your arm just to move through a more natural range of motion right there. Yeah, pretty horrible. You can see me start accessing the darkness right here. Really starting to struggle with that energy, that burn. Absolutely ripping through those arms. Beautiful. Good. Let's go. Let's get it finished. It's crucial. You want to get those last 3 to 4 reps where it's all burning. It's a real struggle. Just fight through. And that's what makes the muscle change. Those are the reps that count. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. All right. So back and buys right there. Start heavy. Start with your command. Oh, and enjoy. Enjoy your flexing at the end. I walked into the changing rooms the other day and some lads were flexing and they looked all embarrassed and they stopped. I was like, lads, if you can't flex in a bodybuilding gym mirror, then where can you flex? You crack on. Enjoy a little flex. You earned it. Good little bit of self-esteem building. And there we go. Repping Bodywise Gym. And off we go. Thanks for watching. See you later.